apocalypse is coming. Will it be aliens, zombies, or a global financial meltdown? Whatever it is, you need to be prepared. Get your complete apocalypse kit at Ammunition!
All your post-apocalyptic needs under one roof.
And he said that we should deliver some of the apocalypse funds to the Cayman Islands.
What's going on, everybody? Thank you so much for jumping in to this video today. My name is Danny ColdBlood, aka MusicVidiot, and today I'm going to be going over the many reasons why I believe that there is going to be an apocalypse within Grand Theft Auto 5. There's definitely clues all over the game. Even the screenshot that I'm showing you guys right now has apocalypse within the description, and this is from the newest update that we just got, okay? We have so many clues in our face all the time. It's just picking up those clues and then looking into them so we understand them. Like, there's so many different hearts. There's hearts all over this game and hidden, some right in our face. Looking at this picture, we have a heart tattooed on the guy's arm. Now, I didn't really understand why there was so much clues pointing to hearts and why there was so many hearts within the game. Okay, we have them all over, from different loading screens, from even little decals that are on the cars, like on the front of this voodoo that's right here, okay? I didn't really get it. And I'm gonna go ahead and tie this together for you guys. I'm gonna fill in the blanks. We even have this strawberry, okay, that can be seen from the sky, a bird's eye view looking down at Mirror Park at night. But when we look at it from our map, it's like a real heart, okay? Now, I'm gonna go ahead and even show you guys that the powers that we have, okay, like the special abilities. You're not gonna really hear it here, so you have to do this on your own time in your own game, but when you drive around with Franklin, okay, and you use a special ability, you can actually hear a heartbeat, like a heartbeat going on, okay? And there's actually those lines coming off the back of the car, okay, kind of like from the Deadline update, okay? We'll get more into the Dead in a minute. Also, the heart from Capolavoro, that's with the chains, alright? Now that's going to Rockstar's past. Speaking of Rockstar's past, we have Redemption 2 here, and it says Heartland right there in the description, okay? We have these bobbleheads that have their hearts ripped out. So looking into this stuff, I found out that the heart of the city is actually the center of the city. Okay, there's so many clues to the heart of the city. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys that this ties in to Rockstar's past even more than you think. Now, looking over at Mirror Park, where we just were, okay, from this view, it looks like a real heart. But at nighttime from above, it looks like a strawberry. And if you look right here, we are in the location of the game that is called Strawberry. And this is none other than the place where the dead are. Okay, guys? This is where the coroner is. And if you look at the different signs here, you'll find out that the location of this place right here is actually the dead center of San Andreas. And I do believe that with the stuff I'm going to show you guys, you will see exactly what these clues have been pointing to all along. They've been so blatant with these clues. Okay, guys? Now, we have had an update in a previous Rockstar title that did bring the dead to life. And that, my friends, was Rockstar's Red Dead Redemption's Undead Nightmare. Let's go ahead and start off in a place that I think we are all familiar with, and that is the Vanilla Unicorn. Now, in Undead Nightmare, we had a unicorn with the color vanilla that we had as our legendary mount, okay? Now, we also were just given a unicorn mask at Christmas time. And there's more I want to get into involving Christmas, but I have to say that for a second episode or a sequel to this, because I did not have the time to get to everything in this episode. I had to shorten and cut out so much stuff, guys. So bear with me on this and stay tuned. But right next to the Vanilla Unicorn, we have Rehab Island, which looks very similar to Dead Island. okay, a game about the undead, about zombies. They could have used any other game to use, you know, a pun or a parody from. Why did they take Dead Islands? Okay, looking in the same vicinity, we also have something on the store over there, and that's, my friends, is a picture of a monkey. But we'll get to the monkeys in a second. Now, Rockstar used a whole bunch of different types of clues. Easy ones, hard ones, subtle ones, blatant ones, and a lot of them seems like they were centralized in the same areas. Like right here at the exit or entrance of the Vanilla Unicorn, we have a pawn shop, which, you know, you buy your stuff back from. And Red Dead Redemption, okay, to redeem or redemption means to buy back or repossess. Okay, so right there is a connection. And we have a mission called Repossess, or Repossession, so, I mean, there's some connections right there. And also a bigger connection is the coroner's office, which is right across the street, okay? And we also have a mission called Dead Man Walking. They literally hide their clues everywhere, even in the names of the missions.
It's a win-win.
Only losers are the chumps who gotta cut him open to rule cause of death.
Oh, Jesus! God, back from the dead, motherfucker!
In the mission Dead Man Walking, we have a notepad, okay, that you can find that has like a pyramid and boxes that are made up. Kind of reminds me of like something to do with the mural, quite possibly. We also have an Easter egg, not for Dead Man Walking, but The Walking Dead, with Grimes and Kirkman as the name tags that are found on the police officers over in Paleto Bay. Now, directly across the street from the dead center of San Andreas, okay, the coroner's office, the place where we play the mission Dead Man Walking, we have the Ring of Fire. Now, if you guys haven't seen my Ring of Fire video, definitely check it out, because this has everything to do with apocalypse and a big threat to the ending of San Andreas as we know it. I said that we would revisit this monkey, and here we are. I'm gonna let you guys know how the monkeys in this game are definitely associated with the apocalypse in Grand Theft Auto 5. We seem to have so many monkey clues within this game. I started to notice a while ago that there's a lot of references to monkeys. There's monkeys throughout this entire game, and I just didn't understand why. I couldn't make the connection. Okay, even at the heart, okay, over here at Mirror Park, we have a big monkey clue, something that came with Next Gen, and that is the monkey mosaics. Okay, why did we have to use our camera to take pictures of monkey mosaics? We even have the characters doing the whole Three Wise Monkey thing in the story, and it says right there that it's tied to 3 undead corpses, okay? And also to turning a blind eye, which we know we can do in this game. And if you look at Red Dead Revolver back in the day, okay, it even has turning a blind eye. So there's a connection to Red Dead Revolver even, and if you look deeper, Red Harlow from Revolver had a scorpion burned into his right hand, kind of like we have the tattoo of a scorpion on Trevor's right hand. Not only that, but Red's face has a scar very similar to the scar on Michael's face. So you can see how if you follow the clues, you'll find deeper clues within them, leading to Rockstar's past yet again. And we have a movie poster for the Simian, okay, all about monkeys and all about the apocalypse. We even have a mission called Monkey Business. Now this is the mission at the Humane Labs, where monkeys were a very, very small part of this mission. Very, very small part. So why was the mission called Monkey Business if monkeys weren't important?
Just as I was getting used to having the apocalypse in my pocket.
Now these are the monkeys that we can see within the mission Monkey Business. And we know it directly has ties to the apocalypse because we just seen the video clip of Michael talking about the apocalypse being in his pocket. But these monkeys are such a small part of the mission, you can run past them and not even really see them, okay? They can be completely oversought if you didn't really know they were there or if you were rushing through. So why did they name the mission Monkey Business if this was such a small part of the mission? Now, I believe it has to do with something that Rockstar would love to do, something that we see them do all the time, and that's parody something. Okay? They like to do a lot of different parodies of entertainment, especially movies. Now, there is a movie out there where monkeys have a direct tie to an apocalypse. And not just any apocalypse, a zombie apocalypse. Take a look at this clip from 28 Days Later.
I know who you are. I know what you think you're doing.
You don't want to get hurt. Keep your mouth shut and don't move a fucking muscle.
The chimps are infected. They're highly contagious. They've been given an inhibitor.
Infected with what?
In order to cure, you must first understand.
Infected with what?
Rage.
Now, this movie is from England, okay? And we know that Rockstar loves to go ahead and parody and use different puns when it's associated with their homeland. They do it all the time. On the screen, I'm showing you guys connections from the movie to hearts. But not only that, the monkeys are infected with rage, and that's the same name of the engine that GTA5 is ran on, the Rage engine. Another way that they implemented this clue into the game for us is through Trevor's special ability. As we all know, he can go into rage and become super powerful, super strong, and it takes a lot more for him to die. So there's a lot of examples of how Rockstar takes these massive clues and disperses them throughout the game for us to find. We recently got this mask which ties into everything that we've been talking about. It seems like all the updates keep on confirming these clues, like the zombie bike here and the description talking about apes as well. There's so many different ways that you can see how these clues add up. In 28 Days Later, they called their zombies the Infected. As you can see, this mask is called the same. There's so much clues tied to masks as well. Actually, there's even a mission called Masks. I'm going to show you guys how masks tie directly in to this entire theme of an apocalypse within GTA 5. Not just a regular apocalypse, a zombie apocalypse.
He heard there was a mask hidden there that would make him invincible. It's true. Look in that chest. He has a sacred mask. That is where this plague came from. Him and his awful lust for power.
So we just watched a clip from Undead Nightmare, the DLC from Red Dead Redemption that gave us a zombie takeover. Now that mask looks a lot like this mask that you see on my character here in GTA Online. Why would Rockstar give us a mask so similar to the one used in a zombie outbreak in one of their previous titles? Not only that, but they've given us masks throughout the entire game, single player and in online. For example, in our apartments. They're blatantly right there in front of our face, but unless we know why, we don't even realize that they're there.
He caused this with his greed and his lust for power. He heard an ancient myth and tested it. It caused all of these terrible things. His vanity overwhelmed us all.
She said that he heard of an ancient myth and tested it. Okay, he myth-behaved, if you will. Check it out, on the bottom left it says fame. It's worth any price. It was because of his vanity, she said, that caused this plague. Okay, now that's a direct link. It's a direct meaning to fame or shame. And we have fame or shame throughout the entire game. Right here you can see the colors even coordinated with fame or shame. There's even a mission called Fame or Shame. They're throwing all the clues right in our face, guys.
He disturbed the royal burial grounds that lie underneath the town.
Where did you say the crypt was?
Near the bullfighting ring, behind the Via.
Find the tomb and replace the mask.
So to stop the plague, to end the zombie outbreak, we had to take that mask and bring it to the burial ground to take it to an underground tomb. Now, this is directly tied to what I've been talking about in my previous videos. I was talking about underground tunnels. Now, that shows me that I was using the right process. I was following the right clues. I was just a little off. I wasn't reading some of the clues correctly. Okay, but that's a good thing. That at least shows me that my process was correct, that most of what I was doing wasn't leading me too far away from the main point. Okay, underground tunnel, underground tomb. And that's actually what I have on the screen, the definition of an Easter egg. Rockstar was so clever that they actually incorporated the definition of an Easter egg into the entire Easter egg or mystery within the game. As you can see, an Easter egg is directly tied into Jesus in his tomb and then rising up again. And we know that we've had clues like that as well within the game, within certain billboards.
Return the mask.
Are you sure?
Of course I'm sure.
How do you know?
My name is Ayotioto.
Ayotioto.
Ayotioto is actually an Aztec goddess. So we were dealing with an Aztec goddess. Sometimes she is called She of a Jade Skirt. And we have jade earrings that Franklin can wear. I always thought it was weird that Franklin can wear earrings. And now I see why. It was just another way to connect the clues here within Grand Theft Auto 5. On the screen right now I'm showing how she's linked to floods. Now we've talked about floods before, but more importantly, if you read what I have on the screen, she is linked directly to hearts, to what appears to be peyotes, and also human sacrifices. Now that's pretty big, guys, because we know that one of the main areas of our focus within hunting in the Chiliad Mystery is the altruist camp with the sacrificial stone having the jetpack symbol on it. And we see here, it says sacrifice across the heart tattoo. We have this music billboard that has a heart, it has sacrifice on there, there's a candle, a lot of clues. And right here, it also says that she's tied to fertility. An Aztec god tied to fertility. I think we've seen this before in Grand Theft Auto 5.
What?
The little fertility statues, whatever. The guy has trouble getting it up.
Well, it's all about, in ancient times, how Aztec warriors worshiped the sun. But during full moons, some of them worship the moon instead. And upset the equilibrium of things.
Aztecs. Or Incas. Or it doesn't really matter. It's all the same. Once every 200 years. This land is doomed. That's why we love it.
We are all doomed.
So going more into the lore that Rockstar has created here, we see that this land has a curse that comes every 200 years. Now, I made a video in the past called Unleashing the Truth, Time Travel, and I show a lot of connections between Red Dead Redemption, I show L.A.NOIRE, I show how basically a lot of these games that Rockstar has made are on the same land, okay, and I even show how the same areas are just evolved over time, okay, showing two different games in the same spot. So that would ring true to this curse affecting us here in Grand Theft Auto 5. Okay, this makes perfect sense, and it's actually quite genius when creating such a big Easter egg like they have. And one of the biggest Easter eggs that we found so far in the game was Bigfoot, okay? And we needed foggy weather for Bigfoot, right? Foggy or snowy weather. Now, on the bottom right of the screen, you can see that this god is actually directly associated with fog, okay? Not only that, but she's associated with a festival. Sacrifices and a festival. Now, festivals are a big focal point for hunters within this mystery. Not only is the Paleto Bay heist written out on a chicken festival paper here, but we also have the festival posters in Paleto Bay that are a big mystery to us so far. And talking about how masks tie things together for us, we have this masquerade mask, and when you look into what a masquerade is, it ties in the full moon party, it ties in the festivals, it ties in all of this stuff. So we have a lot of different things backing up the evidence here, and it's directly across the street, these festivals, from the Dreamview Motel. And I have on here how an apocalypse is tied directly to dreams, as well as the 4 horses of the apocalypse, which we can ride as different mounts in Red Dead Redemption's Undead Nightmare. Now, I told you guys how they like to concentrate their clues sometimes in the same areas. Well, Paleto Bay being what some people consider the egg, alright? The bottom of Mount Chiliad, we have this sign that says Reds in the Red Dead Redemption font, but also remember that in Red Dead Revolver, our hero's name is Red Harlow. And I'm going to go ahead and show you how this curse, okay, even affected the land back then, because we have evidence of this plague being active as much as it is in Undead Nightmare as it was in Red Dead Revolver. Check this out.
They say this land is cursed. You will be cursed if you don't keep a sharp watch. It's just I hear stories about men waking up dead. Waking up dead? You're a fool.
We can definitely see how the lore weaves in and out like a spiderweb throughout the different titles that Rockstar's given us. Okay, right here in Franklin's house, we have books that are very suspicious. We have Red Dead by Jay Marston, which could be Jack, which is John Marston's son. And we also have Zombie Takeover and Vanity Unfair. Like I said, sometimes the clues are subtle and sometimes they are obvious, but nevertheless, they are all around and they are right before our eyes.
I've seen you before?
No.
What the hell are you talking about? Where have I seen you?
Me? Oh, I have a common enough face.
Did you guys recognize where you've seen her before? Because the Aztec goddess from Undead Nightmare is actually the maid in Michael's house. Now, it's kind of funny because there's a whole bunch of masks behind her right now. But let's go ahead and test out and see if it's actually her, because it looks like her. Let's go ahead and make sure that it sounds like her.
Hola. Bye. ¿Qué tal todo? Sí. No. Gracias.
One of the biggest clues right before our eyes in Michael's house.
How do I look, baby? You look like an animated corpse. Hey, you better make sure Jim don't shoot you in the head.
Probably zombies. Everybody fucking loves a good zombie.
If you guys remember, a while ago I made a video all about this clock and how the words that go all around it actually say the more things change, the more they stay the same. So even though the game changed from Red Dead to GTA, the more that things like curses stayed on the same land that we revisit time and time again. I have so much more clues to show you guys, so much more connections, and so much more evidence to back up what I'm showing in this video. I could not put everything in this video because it would have made this such a long video. It would not have been appealing for anyone to click on. So I want to thank you guys all for jumping in and checking this out. Let me know in the comments what you guys think, and definitely stay tuned as I will have more videos to come showing way more details and clues and connections leading to the ultimate zombie takeover, the apocalypse if you will, within Grand Theft Auto 5. Thank you so much for joining. It's been an honor and a pleasure. I'll see you in the next video. or broadcast. Take it easy, ta-ta, and as always, peace.